Y'all know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game and it's free. Click the link down there, you got it.
DreAllDay.com.
What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today we are talking that dreaded word, that word that I hear many athletes, usually as athletes talking to me, telling me how it was working against them, telling me how they didn't make a certain AAU team or their high school basketball team, or they're not getting the opportunities they want, maybe trying to make it in college, maybe you're trying to walk on, whatever it is you're trying to do, for whatever reason, it's just not working out because of this one dreaded word that is really messing with you. This one thing that I know we see it on TV, we see it in the presidential debates, we see it in this people running for governor and city council, senator, and I don't know, whatever other thing they got, House of Representatives. Politics, the big P, politics. How do you deal with politics? How can you start making politics work for you? What is politics? Why does it always seem to get brought up when it's something negative? Let me settle all of this for you today. Would you be all right with me settling all this for you today? Hopefully you are, otherwise you shouldn't be watching this video. But here's the first thing you got to understand. What is politics, first of all? First, that's the number one thing we got to do, is get clear on what it is. So I remember this is around 2006. Like right before I started making videos on YouTube, before I even had a camera, I used to go to this gym called the Aquatic Fitness and Rehab Center in Philadelphia. It was actually in Bala Cynwyd, right on the other side of City Line Avenue. Any of y'all from Philly know that gym. You might know that gym that I'm talking about. It was like down this hill, like in this back end part next to a river. But anyway, it had a nice basketball court in there. My first early YouTube vids, if you ever watched them, those are in that gym. But anyway, I used to work out in this gym, and there was this high school kid who used to come in there with his dad, and he was about my height, so we sometimes would play one-on-one. His dad would talk to me, the kid would talk to me, and sometimes they would come in, sometimes they wouldn't. But one day they came in, the kid came up to me, and before we even exchanged greetings, he just started talking. He was like, man, this basketball stuff is all politics, man. I was trying to get on this AAU team, and this coach did this, and this player did that, and this kid's dad was this and that and the third. Basically, he was summarizing that politics was the reason why he didn't get some opportunity which he felt he deserved. So let's talk about what politics is. And again, the reason I'm bringing up that story with that kid, let me go back a little bit, is because most of the time, almost 100% of the time, when someone comes to me and they use the word politics, it means something negative. I didn't get what I wanted because of politics. Somebody didn't help me out because of politics. I'm not on the team because of politics. The coach didn't put me on it. I didn't make first day tryout because of politics. It's usually politics is something negative. So let's get clear on what politics is so you can learn how to start using it to your advantage instead of letting it work against you. How would y'all like that? Hopefully you do. So let's get into what politics is. Here's what politics is, ladies and gentlemen. Look it up in the dictionary. The art of promoting your own self-interest. The art of promoting and protecting your own interests. That's what politics is, ladies and gentlemen. Promoting and protecting your own interests. Right now, this is politics I'm doing right now. I'm promoting my interests. My interest is for all of you to understand what politics is. I'm promoting it by doing this YouTube video. If I write a blog post, I'm promoting my own interests. If I go speak somewhere, I'm promoting my interests. If I tell you about a product that I'm selling, I'm promoting my interests. When you go try out for a basketball team and you want to make it, you are promoting your own interests. That's what politics is. Politics is promoting your own interests. So if politics is working against you, all that means is, number one, you're not promoting your own interests well enough, long enough, good enough, or number two, someone else is promoting their interests better than you're promoting yours, and that's why politics is working against you. That doesn't mean that politics is a bad thing. Politics is a neutral thing. If it's working against you, that means you need to get better at the game of politics, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video here today. So let me give you some points on how to get better at politics. If politics is working against you, here's the first thing everyone needs to be clear on, because we got to make sure we're all on the same page before we can turn the page. We can't read a book together. If you're on page 3, I'm on page 6, another person's on page 65, another person's on page 221. We got to be on the same page. Here's the first page. If politics is or has worked against you in your life, you are 100% responsible. This is the first page. If you can't agree with this point right here, nothing else I'm going to say will apply to you. Actually, nothing I say period will apply to you if you can't agree with this. If you have had politics work against you, at any point in your life you felt like something did not go the right way and you feel politics was the reason, politics, not your lack of game, not that you didn't do something, not that somebody was better than you, not that just the timing wasn't right, whatever, anything other than that. You think the only reason you did not get some opportunity or something didn't work out is because of politics. It is your fault 100%. Yes, even though the other kid's dad is best friends with the coach, it's your fault. Yes, even though the coach decided he didn't want any Chinese players on the team, it's your fault. Yes, just because you're not from the right neighborhood and you couldn't come to every practice because it's 3 hours away and you had to walk in the snow with no shoes on to get there and you were 5 minutes late once, is your fault. Every time politics is worked against you, it is 100% your fault that it happened, and it is your responsibility for fixing it. If you can agree to this point, keep watching this video because I got more for you. If you cannot agree to this, if you think the reason you came up short is because of something other than you being responsible, listen, I'm not the person to talk to. You need to go find somebody else's YouTube channel to watch, somebody else's books to read, somebody else's podcast to listen to. I'm not for you because I work from the position of taking 100% ownership of everything that happens to, for, and because of you. That's the position that I work from. So those of you who are watching me for the first time, you never heard of me before, that's what I do. Okay, I want all of you to understand that. My company's called, this right here stands for Work on Your Game. Your game. Not his game, not her game, not the coach's game, not your parents' game, your game. Anytime I come here with a solution, I'm telling you how the solution is based on you, not based on what somebody else got to do. Because if the solution is based on somebody else, you can never control it. Somebody else can do whatever they want. You can't control other people. You can always control you. So you got to take ownership. I'm reading this book right now, actually. It's called, as I'm recording this, it's called Extreme Ownership, How U.S. Navy SEALs Win in Life and Business. Something like that is the title. It's written by 2 guys who were in the Navy SEALs. They fought in Iraq. They talk about their stories of battles in Iraq, how they had to have the proper types of leadership, the mistakes they made, the successes they had, and how it translates to the business world. Because once they got out of the military, they started working in the business world with leaders and teaching them how to have extreme ownership of the things that they're doing to get better business success. And they've had success doing that in the business world. So one thing that they talk about, and the title of the book is Extreme Ownership. What they talk about is having 100%. If you are the leader, you're the leader of your life, you need to have 100% ownership of everything that's happening to and for you, and understand it is all happening because of you. It's not happening because of somebody else. It's not some random circumstance. You are 100% responsible, even if you think you had nothing to do with it. If you think you had nothing to do with it, the fact that you had nothing to do with it is the problem in itself. You didn't have anything to do with it. That's a problem, right? Don't you want to have something to do with what happens to you? If you didn't have nothing to do with it, that's a problem. You need to fix that. But that's what we're going to fix here today. So number one, you agree with this, keep watching. Anytime politics worked against you is your fault. Here's point number 2. You want politics to work for you. The art of protecting and promoting your own interests. You want to get better at protecting and promoting your own interests. This is what you need to do. You need to improve your people skills. You need to get better at talking to people. You need to get better at winning friends and influencing people. Better at having a conversation, starting a conversation, holding a conversation. Better at making friends. Better at having people who know what your name is, know what you're about, and they believe in what you have going on in whatever shape or form that is, no matter your age, no matter your field. You must get better at dealing with people. I have a course on my website called People Skills. You can get it at dreallday.com/people. I got a couple books on dealing with people. One of them is called 25 Conversation Starters. You can get that at dreallday.com/25. Another one is 55 Everyday People Skills. dreallday/55. Those links I'm going to put in the video description. 25 Conversation Starters, 55 Everyday People Skills. These are abilities you must have, because we can all agree that, especially if I'm talking to my athletes out here, listen, if you're going to play a team sport like basketball as a team, I mean, you got to deal with 10, 15 other guys on the team. You need people skills to deal with them, especially if you're going to be a leader. A leader doesn't mean you can be an asshole to whoever you want and it's just going to be accepted no matter how good you are. It's not going to work. You got to be able to deal with different types of people. You're going to play on a team, there's a coach. You got to deal with the coach. You want to play overseas, you got to deal with the owner, the manager, the agents. You got to deal with a whole bunch of different people. You will always be dealing with people. If you're a business person, you want to start your own business. Guess what? Businesses don't start until you have a customer. You don't have a business until you have a customer. A customer is a person. You want to run a big company and have a whole bunch of employees. Employees are people. And you think they work just because you give them money? No. They work because they respect the leadership and they know they're doing something meaningful. Everything you do in life will involve people. Whether you play ball, whether you about to go play ball, and when you're done playing ball, your life will revolve around people. And if you don't have people skills, you can't start and hold a conversation. You don't have the skills to just deal with human beings on a real level as a man or as a woman on a day-to-day basis, you won't be successful. Politics will work against you over and over and over again. If politics has worked against you to this point in life, that means your people skills are lacking. You need to get better at dealing with people. You need to get better, not the coach. No, not the boss who didn't hire you, not the HR guy who didn't want to give you the job or the person who fired you. You need to get better. As long as you understand and accept that you are the root of the problem, you are 100% always the root of the problem, I'm the person you can talk to. I'm the person you can hear from. But if you don't understand this, and everything I say to you is you're not gonna hear anything. So you're wasting your time here, and I'm wasting my time talking to you if you're that person. So don't waste any more time. I'm letting you know right now. So point number 2 is improve your people skills. And I just gave you some resources for that. The links will be down below in the video description. Here's point number 3. As you improve your people skills, the first you've taken ownership, you've improved your people skills. This is what's going to happen in point number 3. As your people skills grow, you will develop a base of allies. You know what allies are? They're like friends, people who know who you are, people who are aligned. Allies and aligned, you know how they sound alike? They are aligned. That means they see the same thing you see, have some of the same beliefs, some of the same principles. Allies who know you, like you, and trust you. So they don't just have to know who you are. Somebody can know you and hate you. Politics will work against you if they know you and hate you. You better off than not knowing you at all. They gotta like you. I mean, they gotta like what you have. They gotta like who you are as a person, like how you deal with them as a human being, as a man, as a woman, as a young man, young woman, a boy, a girl, whoever you are, whatever stage you are in life. They gotta like you, and they must trust you. They must know that, hey, if I put my name behind you, like one of you players come up to me and be like, Dre, I'm just trying to get an opportunity to go play overseas. Do you know an agent or something? Now, I'm not a person who links players up with agents, so this is just a hypothetical scenario. But if I was, right? If I was the type of person who hooked pro basketball hopefuls up with basketball agents, I'm not hooking you up with an agent unless I trust that you can actually play. And I know that if I put my name behind you and go send it to an agent, that the agent won't come back to me and be like, Dre, who the hell is this bum-ass player you just sent to me? Why are you sending me this player who can't even play? I got to trust that you can actually do what I'm going to put you up there for. You understand? So you need people who know you, like you, and trust you. And that will happen as you improve your people skills. And you need to read my book, 55 Daily People Skills, at DreAllDay/55. And the .com, I ain't even got to say. I'm just saying DreAllDay/55. 55 Daily People Skills. That'll help you develop the ability to start making politics work for you. You do all these things that I just said, politics will start being your friend. All right, it'll start working in your favor. And let me give you the word that we use. When politics is working against us, we call it politics. And when politics is working for us, you know what we call that? Networking. Any of you ever use the phrase networking? You know what networking means? That means politics is the same thing. Is you're working to protect and promote your own interests via other people, but it's working for you. It's working. You're getting the positive results that you want. We call that networking. When it's working against you, meaning you don't know anybody, nobody knows you, your people skills are lacking, and things are going in the opposite direction from what you want because you lack political ability, call that politics. So this is the exercise I'm gonna give you moving on from this video. First of all, get those 2 books, DreAllDay/25 and DreAllDay/55. 25 conversation starters, 55 daily people skills. I got a lot more books on the way. You can see them all at DreAllDay.com/books. Those are my books that I've read, and then DreAllDay.com/read. I know there's a lot of links to all my most recommended books, and I'll put all that in the video description so you can see it yourself. Understand, once you start doing all these things, you'll start seeing networking happening for you instead of politics. But here's the exercise. When you hear somebody using the word politics, you know it's something going against them. Send them this video. When you hear somebody using the word network, it's something working for them. You can send them this video too, because they'll agree with every word that I'm saying. Trust me. Everybody, work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
Hey, witness on the beat.